Well, we were first told, for the longest time, we thought we were going to have two boys, twin boys. So it was going to be James and Taylor.
Because we really like
James
Taylor.
came out, but there was no Taylor behind him.
So we didn't have two boys.
When did you find out, though, that I was going to be a girl?
When you came out. I mean, we thought we were having two boys until the minute.
Didn't they be like, she has no penis?
That's right.
Nope,
He
you
is
didn't
a
have a
she.
penis.
No penis. No stem on that apple. Anyway, so I guess we must have had I wanted Elizabeth, but your dad thought the name was too long. Which, you know, we have a daughter named Catherine.
So we wanted Rachel, and I don't remember
I don't
exactly
know why we picked Rachel.
You didn't know any Rachels?
Well, your Aunt Rita had a sister named Rachel, but that's not the reason we named you Rachel. I guess we just decided we liked the name.
You were our drama queen.
That's not fair.
It's true, though.
She was a little bit. But you were so funny. And you were very cuddly.
If you hurt your hand or if you had a cold or something, you'd carry around a tissue for hours.
You'd come to the dinner table and you'd have the tissue in your hand. And like somehow you wouldn't move your arm.
Because that was going to make you feel better.
You used to carry the tissue around. It was pretty funny. With the Raffi songs. You had a really good memory. But she also had a temper. Remember? Remember you'd get pissed off and you would, remember we have her on videotape, you know, asking her if she's a good girl. And all she'd ever say was no. So we posed questions to you so that you would say things naughty about yourself. You know, like, Rachel, are you a good girl? No! Are you ever going to stop being that way? No! You used to act like that all the time. But not all the time. Most of the time you were really, really good. But you have a, you know, a very, very stubborn streak as a child, don't you think?
And still does.
And still does.
I was kind of floored because all three of you have totally different personalities. None of you guys aren't the same. You and James, of course, have always been a little bit closer because you're twins. But personality-wise, you guys are completely different people. You are nothing like your sister, and you're really, in the end, nothing like your brother. You put on that you're a lot better. I hate the word, you know, you're such a good girl, because you really aren't. And that's okay. But I think you pretended to be a lot better good girl than you were. And of course we didn't find out till later. You're a lot sneakier than Catherine or James. They couldn't keep it up. James can't keep a secret to save his life. And Catherine's too afraid of her own shadow to do anything naughty, and you're just very good at pretending everything's kosher. When you're sneaking out the window and breaking a screen. I think it's great because when you were in high school and growing up, most of your friends were guys. You really didn't have, you know, close girlfriends and stuff like that. So I think it's been a real growth experience for you to be at a women's college and, you know, your tightest friends are women. And I think that's a part of your life that you've kind of not looked at until you've come to college. So I think that's been a learning experience. What do you think, Daddy? Well, you never really brought your boys around, so that was probably the best thing. God, I know! Rachel's a smarter fighter. Rachel could just, like, poker, just say the right word or in the right tone. And Catherine was more emotional and more, you know, so she'd freak out, and we'd be, like, focused on Catherine when it was really Rachel who, you know, got her all torqued off. Rachel and James both knew how to push their sisters' buttons. Yeah, they would tag team their sister, which really wasn't fair. When you were little, and now you're very sweet. I mean, we'll hold hands, and you're always very complimentary to me. You're always, you know. But then there's times where you and I kind of like, we're like sandpaper, and where we need space, we need time apart. So we can't always be sweet and nice to each other. And I guess that's like anybody, but... Well, I just see it as then you were the neediest, and now you're not the neediest. It's just the easiest way to put it. I mean, at the time, I mean, you demanded attention, and now you're so far away anyway, so, I mean, you don't demand as much attention. But you've always been restless.